Yes.
And it's the worst thing in the world, and it's communism, and it's Marxism, and it's just, you think of something. I mean, they're just the party of no, they're worse than a 2-year-old. No, no, no. We
Well,
get.
but it's just like in that Bill Clinton clip, is that obstructionism may work for you politically. It may. Now, the best way that we can get the Republicans off this is to kick their asses in the fall.
That's the best way, Jackie. And you know what? God doesn't like ugly. There are Republicans. I said, God, how about that? Now I qualified to be president. You know, they're such idiots. God doesn't like ugly. And the meaner and the nastier you get, you're going to lose.
Yes.
You're going to lose. Why? Because you are on the side of wrong. You're just flat evil. And to turn your backs and try to get, okay, Mitt Romney is back on the wagon now, Jackie. One more time, he has decided again now that he is going to repeal Obamacare.
Yes.
I heard him say it again on the commercial now. He said it also on the Laura Ingraham. She's been having a fit on him.
Yeah, well, Laura's been having a fit for quite some time now.
Yes, she has. And they're kind of sane conservatives, so actually they see what's happening, and they're just saying it outright.
Yeah,
they're just telling the truth.
Because they really don't like Mitt
No,
Romney.
they don't like him, Jack. They don't like him. No, that story that Rachel Maddow told 4 years ago,
yes, and
then as early as a year ago, about Mitt Romney and why they didn't like him, and she said that at the one of the platforms for when John McCain was running,
yes,
and Mitt, all the nominees, you know, supposed or hopefuls, when they were having their debates, yes, all the other Republicans were in a bathroom taking a leak.
Yes.
And they were all siding and getting together while they're over the stall pee-peeing, talking about, okay, now, you know, remember, don't talk too bad about, and you don't talk too bad, but him. And Mitt Romney walked into the bathroom. This story was told by one of the people that was in there. And you know, Rachel Maddow, they get every fact.
Yes.
And he walked in on them saying, but everybody can get him. You know, y'all can talk about him all you want. They wouldn't even call his name. They just called him him.
Yes.
And Mitt Romney realized when he walked in on them, they were talking about him, and then they all gave him that look, you know.
Yes.
They didn't. Nobody said, "Oh, we sorry, Mitt. You caught us talking about y'all hit him from every corner." And of course, him lost to John McCain, and now here he is again. All you've got to do, Mitt, is tell us what your intentions are. Could it be, Jackie, that he just knows that ain't no damn body gonna agree with his ass?
Yes.
Except them fools that's already with him.
Yes.
I think he knows that. And when Nora, that's Nora. What's her last name, Jackie? The investor.
Nora O'Donnell.
No.
Yeah.
That was so funny as she called Ryan a liar. Mm-hmm. He just kept calling him, no, Nora, no. And look, Nora said, you voted for that. You voted for this plan. The same thing that no. Well, yeah, I did, but Nora, the reason that boy got a problem.
Yes.
He's a bigger liar than Mitt Romney is.
Well, sweetie, look, you know, it's just that they know that they have something that what they want to do will be wildly unpopular with the American people.
Yeah, they know,
so
Jackie.
Instead of just saying what they're going to do, they're going to work hard to just run against the economy.
And what did he tell Nora? He said, I want to discuss this. We want to discuss it. We want to take this to the public. Who the hell he think is watching the news shows?
Exactly correct.
We are the public.
Yes.
You are just a lying little piece of shit.
I'll be.
And you just don't. They really believe, y'all, this is amazing, isn't it? To the listeners, this is amazing. They really believe that they can get elected just on the few haters of Barack Obama a few angry old white men that just hate him,
Yes.
a few skinheads that hate him, the low information voter, Jackie continues to tell me not to call him shit for brains. But they're really just banking on the fact that all they got to do is come up with a new, oh, he don't want God. First he hated white folks. Then he hated black folks. Then he was a Marxist and a communist and the buckwheat. And now he didn't say God. Listen, Mitt Romney doesn't lead his party to anything. Jackie, we were talking behind the scenes. Something happened at the convention, and Mitt Romney did nothing about it at his Republican convention.
That's right.
What was that, Jackie?
Oh, well, it was first that abortion plank and the immigration plank at their platform. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in the Republican platform that's fascist.
Yeah, and they flew a lawyer down there to change the Republican rules.
Yes, and Mitt didn't say anything about it.
Not a word. And when Barack Obama found out that the word faith was used instead of God in their platform, he called them up right away.
Yes.
And told them, you're not taking God out of the platform. That was the end of that. And that was the show of leadership.
Yes.
Leadership. Take us to your leader.
Yes.
If somebody had said to anybody down there in Tampa, take us to your leader,
yes,
they'd have took him to Herman Cain or one of the 47 black folks that was on the floor.
Yes. So, this is bad, and the Republicans are getting pettier and pettier, because when Mitt Romney came out on Monday speaking at a campaign event where he starts out, we're not taking God out of our platform, and we're not taking God
off our coins,
and I'm not taking God out of my heart.
Out of my heart.
I remember. Look, Brenda, I'm watching television with my husband, right?
Okay.
We see Mitt Romney say this, and we look at each other and go, what?
Yeah, the next thing you're saying.
I'm sorry, but what?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Anything to do with anything.
Didn't have nothing to do with nothing. They just throwing out old fish bones or something to try to give these fools out here something that, yeah, he didn't say God. Yeah. Mitt said, you're not taking we got our guns and our Bibles, yeah. Y'all are absolutely crazy. This is all they can give. This is all he can give his supporters and followers.
And the other thing that's really bad for Romney is that he's still trying to court his right-wing base. He's still trying to court those crazies.
Yeah,
and when you're in the general election, you're not supposed to be courting crazies. And what's going to be interesting to see is what Romney does in those debates.
Jackie, the debates are coming up October the 3rd, and we cannot wait.
Because he's either going to twist himself into it. I think that Romney's in a place now that no matter which way he goes, he's going to lose. Because everybody's been hearing all this crazy right-wing crap he's been spouting.
Yeah.
So if he tries to go in the other direction, then people are going to be going, what? Then the right wing is going to be mad at him.
Yeah, and he told David Gregory Sunday, there are a lot of things in the Affordable Health Care Act that I like, and I'm just gonna fix those things that I don't like. And now today what the hell you tell David Gregory you like it, and then today I'm gonna appeal it. It's just as though Jackie, every which way he turns, they're sticking him in the ass with a pin. And then he jumps and he says, oh, no, I'm not gonna do that. And somebody else will stick him in the ass on this side with a pin, and he jumps back and he retracts that.
Yeah,
he's in a pitiful position. He's in a pitiful position.
He's in a tough spot. And Brenda, all we can do is just do all that we can to make sure that he is not in that tough spot in the White House.
Yeah, we want to keep him right there twisting like a pretzel until Barack gets through.
In the White House.
Yeah,
that's all.
You gotta vote. Okay, let me, Jackie, give us our dumbass.
Oh yes, I was hoping you'd ask me.
Yes, I want your dumbass comment and tell me who's topping our Negro Please list.
Okay, well, once again, the dumbass comment comes from the Negro. This week's Negro is the, gosh, I'm trying to think of a good word. Oh, I know what the word is. The indefatigable Rush Limbaugh.
I thought you were going to say Alan West was back at the top of the Negro Please list.
Well, you know, he could be as well.
With honorable mention, Alan West. Okay.
Yeah, he'll get an honorable mention. But yeah, Rush Limbaugh said today that Mitt Romney may as well be Elmer Fudd as far as we're concerned. We're voting against Obama. I don't care who they put on the ticket, meaning the Republicans.
Well, the American people do.
Against Obama.
Oh my God, Jackie! I got to make a satirical sign tonight with Rush Limbaugh's picture, and his quote. I mean, this should let people know they don't give a damn about this country. They just hate Barack Obama.
That's it.
He said he could be Elmer Fudd.
Yes. That's right.
Well, at least he didn't say buckwheat. He might as well have said buckwheat. That shows their hatred. Dave said that our famous governor, Rick Scott, here in Florida, was so glad for the hurricane because it got him out of that convention.
Look, I hate to break it to you, but your governor, he needs more help than that.
Yeah, Jackie, he's a pitiful thing, but he won't get a second term here. Cause even the white folks down in the swamps and the bottoms hate his ass.
Yeah, well, I can understand that because he is definitely hateable.
And I was looking so forward to getting a colonoscopy and all this stuff, and he says he is not going to let us get that free treatment.
Of course not.
Jackie, how crazy do you have to be?
Brenda, there is also one other thing since we're coming to the end of the show.
Yes, we're at the end of the show.
That we don't want to close the show without remembering that this is the 11th anniversary of the September 11th attack.
That's right.
And one of the things I want to say about that, I remember when the attacks happened, and of course I, like everybody else in the country, was so shocked. One of the things that I thought was, I am glad that Mamo did not live to see this.
Yes. Wow.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, Jackie.
Because we had lost Mamo on January 1st of that year.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
An amazing thing. Yes, to all the loved ones and the victims' families, here at Let's Talk About It, we send our constant love and prayers, and we will forever remember you. And y'all remember in November who did really keep you safe.
Exactly, because that's one of the things that the here we are, we're not supposed to politicize 9/11, and we're not.
And we're not. We're just telling the truth. This is the lie they tell.
We're about how the Republicans always say that George W. Bush kept us safe.
Yeah.
Yes, he kept us safe after 9/11. And I want to add to that there's a new story out, and I'm sorry, guys, I did not get a chance to read it. I just saw the headline. But there's a new story out that has just been published, and I'm sorry I don't even remember the publication. And I'm doing what I tell Brenda never to do. Don't do that.
Yes.
But I'll get the info and tell you guys about it next week, about how there was way more intelligence about 9/11 before it happened than Bush and his folks had been letting on.
Yes, Jackie. I saw this extensive report today on that.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be amazing. Yes, you need to hold that till next week because you got a lot to report there.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
And so that's going to be interesting. So, yeah, he kept us safe after 3,000
Yeah,
people.
and Rudy Giuliani, that fool, he got on Fox News, and they'll just let you tell any lie you want to there, as long as you're against Obama. And I saw him one day saying, nothing ever happened to us on the George Bush's watch. What?
What?
The worst attack that ever happened to this country by terrorists was done under George Bush's watch. And that's what you're going to tell us all about next week, these facts that have come out about this.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting story.
That's going to be an interesting story. Now, let me give myself a shameless plug. Starting, well, on the 15th of the month, Brenda White, the Brenda White shows will have been here on Spreaker for 1 year. That's our year anniversary. We're going to be, but I got to do it a little early on Thursday night, which I believe will be the 13th. So I got